Hey folks, Joe here at Reverb. Today we're going to learn a few licks and a few chords in the key of Chet Atkins. You may or may not know Chet Atkins was a very influential guitar player in the 50s. His unique, distinct style was a fusion of jazz, and country, and blues. He was kind of the grandfather of rockabilly. Influenced a lot of guitar players in the 60s, notably George Harrison, Mark Knopfler, Duane Eddy, a whole slew of others. So the driving force behind Chet Atkins' style is an alternating bass line. On top of that, beautiful jazz chords with beautiful tensions and melodies on top of those chords. All those things created the sound of the Chet Atkins style. So what we're going to learn today is how to play an alternating bass line, how to put jazz chords on top of that bass line, and how to put a melody on top of those chords. So Chet was so influential that he was one of the first guitar players that actually had signature guitars. Gretsch would design Chet Atkins models, and they designed a whole slew of different models for him. This here is a 1967 Gretsch 6120. Plays beautifully, looks beautiful. So the kind of sound we want to get from our amplifier is a nice, clean, round, warm tone. So we're going through a 70s Vibrolux, bright switch off, a little bit of reverb. You can go through any amp you want as long as you get a nice, clean tone. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to see the tab, you can click here to go to our interactive tablature page. Okay, first technique we're going to learn is alternate bass line. So we're going to do a little thing in the key of A here. Open A string, followed by open E string, back and forth. Chet was the master at this. That would never stop through an entire piece. You'd layer in all the chords and melodies right on top of that. So let's find a chord to put on top of that. A7. We'll use first finger, D string 5th fret, and then we'll grab the G string 6th fret with, I'm going to use my middle finger here. So, alternate bass line is here, and we're going to try to get that A7 chord, just those two strings, those two notes, on the upbeats surrounding this bass line. Just like that. Okay, let's try to put a melody in on top of that. Okay, I'm going to bar here on the 5th fret of the D string and G strings and hammer on to the 6th fret. So the same chord we were using before, right here, I'm just hammering on there. So let's just get that figure down. Okay, make sure that thumb is just super solid, alternating bass that whole time. Okay, let's get to a little Chet style melody going. Okay, cool. So we're going to hammer on there, then we're going to grab 5th fret on the B string, and then with our pinky we're going to slide from 7 to 8 on the B string, and then up to 5 on the E string, which if you notice, it's nice and easy if you got the bar there. Back to the 7th fret of the B string, and then we'll pull that off back to the 5th fret, back to the bar on the B string. So there's the melody. Okay, now let's get that bass line underneath there. Okay, cool. Let's add a little bit to the melody, maybe switch the chord. I love this chord. This is an A dominant with a 13. This F sharp right here on the B string, nice and jazzy, especially with this tone, sounds perfect. So the first time through that melody, let's land on that A7 13 chord. The second time, instead of landing there, let's land on a D9. Middle finger, 5th fret A string, got your 3rd here, 4th fret on the D string, and then bar, the the 5th fret of the G and B strings. Let's see what that sounds like. Nice and jazzy, cool. When you land on that D9 chord, make sure your thumb just keeps going there. Same thing. You're alternating then from this D to this A. You're going 5th fret, A string, 5th fret, E string. A little trick to kind of remember the alternating bass line and the notes to use is that he usually went root of the chord followed by a 5th below. So, for example, if you're in A, which we are, you're going to go A, E, A, E. And if you go up to a D chord, you're going to go D, A, D, A, okay? Again, with the chord right on the upbeats, surrounding the bass line. Let's go back to that melody. Okay, let's give it a little turnaround here. We're going to go up to an F9, same as that D9 here, same shape, starting it on the 8th fret here. This is a move that Chet liked to make. He would go from flat 6 chord to the 5 chord and back to 1. So let's try doing that, add a little bit of tension on top. So, F9, and then we're going to add a flat 13, a 13, and then back down, just like that. So you're borrowing all the way to the E string here. Okay? Your tensions over the chord are going to be right there. And then we'll go that same shape down, just a half step, to the E. Again, we're just doing an E9, so we're starting on that 7th fret there, borrowing all the way, and we'll grab a 13 tension again. Keep in mind that thumb's got to never fail. So that turnaround is going to be let's get a lick going back into A. Now, Chet liked to do this. He did a lot of thumb work down here in the bass too. So let's do open E, 2nd fret, 4th fret, and then we're back to our A7 melody here. So that whole turnaround is going to be something like this. All mistakes are intentional. Okay, let's put the whole progression together. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have a tremolo bar, feel free to use it on any chord. It'll always sound right. Okay, there's a few techniques in the key of Chet Atkins. Alternating bass line. Some nice jazz chords to put on top. Especially with these 9 chords, really move those around. They can go anywhere. And some tensions to put on top of those chords. Thanks so much for watching. Chet back with us soon. We'll do more Chet Atkins stuff along with some other lessons on Reverb.com. See you next time.